Good morning. You can't hear me. Oh, here. Okay. Perfect. All right. So taking a moment just to get settled. Let the shoulders relax. So we're going to let the chest just really open up. So draw the shoulders back and bring the hands out beside you, maybe bringing fingertips down to the mat. Let the head just slowly start to circle, stretching the neck. As you do, just welcoming this new day that's ahead of us. We don't know what it's going to hold. But we can kind of just commit to experiencing what comes our way with a little bit of peace. Take it back the other way. Maybe giving ourselves a moment to digest the experience before we react. Just like we would on our mat. Tuning into how the body feels in a certain position. We'll pause in the middle. We'll bring the chin to the chest. And then walk the fingertips back just a little bit. Press them into the mat and chin to chest. So just like we would on our mat, we pause in our pose, take a moment to see how our body feels, see how it reacts. And from there, we tend to start forming opinions about the pose itself or the capabilities of our bodies. Good, let the chin come up and we'll walk the hands forward as far as they'll come. So we want to take the opinion making kind of out of the equation and try to turn in our practice just to plain observation, just to the noticing. And it can feel good or it can feel challenging or whatever it feels, but not letting our emotion dictate that or our thoughts of where we should be. Good, bring the neck back into the middle. We'll stretch top of the head to the ceiling and we're going to reach the arms out beside us. Press the backs of your hands toward the back of your mat. So in the same way, we can take this idea off of our mat. Everything that happens doesn't have to be a reflection on if we deserve it or not, on if we're good enough or not. Bring the hands forward and let the shoulder blades separate. Draw the fingertips forward as far as you can, letting the back curve and the chin come down. Basically, just not being too hard on ourselves, on or off the mat. Letting ourselves just be human and experience those human things. Breathe up, reach the arms. Exhale, side bend. Inhale to reach. Exhale to bend. Bring it back to the center. Hands come forward, and we're going to move forward onto all fours, tabletop. Good. Take a little rock forward and back. Now I'm going to tuck my toes. Keep the knees down. And when you come back, just press a little bit more to feel a little bit of a press in the feet. And then lift back forward. Come a little bit further forward over the wrists. Back, little press in the toes. Forward and a stretch in the wrist. Good, let's hold in the back position. Notice how the feet feel, how are the toes. Lift up, come to the forward position. Little bit of a press in the wrists. Good, let's lift the knees. Come back into center, so a little floating tabletop. Breathe. Take the left knee down, flatten that foot. Stretch the right leg long. Good, little tuck in with the belly to kind of firm up through the back side of the body. Knee into elbow. And just take it back out. Knee into elbow, little curve of the back like cat. And then take it back out. One more. Good. Now leg is extended. I'm going to cross it over to the left and take a little crunch in my left side. Let my right side expand as I look back at those toes. Good. Now press the foot into the mat, find a little balance, and lift the left arm up. Little twist. We can bring that hand down to the hip if you like, a little more stability. I'm just going to push the mat away with the right hand to open that left shoulder. Good, hand comes down and I'll slide this leg out beside me. Toes pointing forward. Give yourself a little rock forward and back. Lovely, we'll sink the hips down now toward that back foot as much as feels good. Breathe it out. Just experience the sensations. Last breath. And let's rise back to hands and knees. Take that leg in, and left leg's gonna extend. First, we just notice if the back did dip, pull it back in and lift just through the leg. Squeeze the glute, breathe. Good, nice and slow. We're gonna bring chin to the elbow, curve the back like cat. And then slowly extend back out. Bring it in. Bring it out. And one more. Extend, hold a moment. Extend through the top of the head all the way to the toe. Good, cross it to the right. Crunching in through the right side, stretch that left side long, looking back at the toes. Now ground that left foot so that you can start to lift your hand. Start to reach. Good, tight twist all the way through the body. Hand can rest to the hip. And we'll take our gaze up. Push the mat away through the left hand. A lovely stretch for the outside of that right hip as well. Good, hand coming down. We'll uncross, bring it wide out to your side. Give yourself a little rock. Then let the hips sink. Lifting back up. Draw that leg in. Tuck the toes, down dog. Give the feet a little walk. Good, step or hop your way to the hands and release into your fold. Give yourself a little rock side to side, soft knees. Good, let's roll our way up to stand. Take a breath to reach. Exhale, bring hands down. We're going to bring them behind the back. And we'll take our forearms here. Lift the chest tall. Give yourself a little back bend. Keep holding the arms. Come forward, fold. Let the head be heavy. Release the arms down, and we'll halfway lift, find length through the back side of the body. Exhale, hands down, step into plank. Lower down, and we lift. Downward facing dog. Right leg's gonna lift, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, hug to the chest, and curve the back like cat. Reach back out with the leg. Three-legged dog. And into the chest, cheetah. Good, draw the leg forward, bring it down to the mat, knee in between the hands. pigeon. Now you can stay upright if that feels good, or give yourself just a couple breaths on the forearms or the head. We won't be here too long. Good, lift back up if you're down. And then just rock down onto that right hip. Slide that left leg around, and it's gonna cross in front, come outside your thigh. Take it to our half Lord of the Fish twist. So left hand's gonna come back. I'm gonna reach that right arm over the top of the knee. Take my gaze out over that back shoulder. So a little press through the arm into the leg is going to help me twist a bit deeper if I want. Good, releasing into the center. Take that left leg back and behind, both knees are bent. Animal pose. Walk the hands forward to lay your weight over that front thigh. Good, we'll lift back up. Hands coming under where the shoulders will be as you pick up onto your knee. Tuck the back toes to lift that back knee off and slide that right leg back out into the air, three-legged dog. Now we're going to bend the knee and send the foot over to the left. Nice open hip here. Breathe. Good. Draw the right knee back in toward the chest, cheetah. And this time I'm going to let this foot cross underneath my left arm. I'll come to the edge of that foot, walk over to the inside edge of your right foot, and open the arm, following the star. Good. Can we hug that knee back to the chest as we turn back into cheetah? Step the foot between the hands. Runner's lunge. Little rock. Good. Left hand staying down. Reach with your right. Hand to the mat, step forward, forward fold. Slowly rolling to the top. Taking a reach when you get there. Exhale, hands to the side. Good, let's take a flow, reaching up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Down into plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Left leg's coming up, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, pull into the chest, cheetah. Extend again. Pull it to the chest. One more time, extend. And then pull that knee all the way through in between the hands. Pigeon on the left. So either staying upright or coming down lower. See what works for you for 5 breaths. Rising back up if you're down. Let the hip come down to the mat and just slide that right leg over to cross outside your thigh. Trying to bring the bottom of our foot down to the mat so the knee can point right up. And then we'll take our twist to the right. Left arm can hook. And our gaze comes out over that back shoulder.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. Oh, it's a new day.
Release to the center. And let's slide that top leg up and over to the back, both knees bent. And we'll walk forward, animal fold.
Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. Oh, and I'm feeling good.
Okay, rising back onto the hands. And we're gonna lift onto that knee and just turn the other leg out long, back to your pigeon. Lift the leg up and all the way to three-legged dog. Good, bend the knee, open the hip, so the foot is gonna fall toward the right. Moving back into cheetah, pull that knee toward the chest. And then slide the leg out under your right arm, fallen star on the other side.
You know how I feel. Scent of the pine. You know how I feel.
Good, last breath.
Yeah, freedom is mine.
Bring the hand down, knee into chest. Send it back, three-legged dog. Foot coming down to the mat, down dog. And come forward, plank. Lower down all the way to the belly. Elbows tucked to the sides. We're gonna do just a little cobra, so just the top of my chest will lift. Tuck the chin to your chest. Pull the elbows back. Just feel that stretch down the top of your back. Good, now notice how the spine extends and stretches in different ways as we lift to a bigger cobra. Bringing your gaze up in front. And then maybe come a little bit more Really tapping into the low back there. Good. Bend the knees, send the hips to the feet. Child's pose. Sink the upper body. Give yourself some nice long breaths here. Okay, let's lift to the hands. And we'll come up over the feet in hero's pose. Give the tailbone a little tuck under and just give yourself a couple breaths, stretching through the quads. And we're going to try and get up without our hands, but feel free to use them if you need the added support. We're just going to tuck the toes under and then lift one knee at a time to bring yourself into toe balance. Arms can reach. Tailbone's going to tuck, and we find length through the spine just like we are through the arms. Good, let's reach it up and come to stand. Hands to the waist. Right leg's gonna stretch out in front of us. Reach through the big toe. Good, now bend the knee, lift. Let's open that leg out to the left and connect the foot onto the leg for tree. Don't worry about it being in your highest setting or having the best balance. Just feel out that hip. Feel out the work of the standing leg. Good. Knee points forward and we stretch again. Beautiful. Step into that left foot. Lift the right leg off and give yourself a little tilt. Coming like warrior three, but we're just keeping our hands to the body. Good, bend the knee, bring the foot through, straighten the leg, lift. Good, bend the knee, lift again. Open to the side, keep lifting as you do. And then attach that foot to the leg. Tree. Beautiful, knee points forward. Extend the leg, float. Very nice, step it down. Back foot lifts. Warrior three. Breathe. Squeeze through that left glute to help the leg lift. Good, bring the leg through and stand to mountain. Amazing, reach it up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, flatten the back. Down to the mat. Step into plank. Come all the way to the belly. Lift into that small cobra. Breathe in, pull the elbows to the sides, and lift again. Hold and breathe. Try and think about supporting yourself more with the abs and the sides than the hands. Good, big lift, biggest cobra you have. Child's pose. Send the hips back. Long breaths. Lifting the head, walking back to hero. Just breathe. Good. Let's tuck the toes. Lift the knees. Let's find balance with hands to the heart. Now think about really connecting the tailbone to the feet. The knees might slide forward just slightly. Lift through the top of the head. Good. We're going to work just for a second into Lolasana, which is a float. So my hands are going to come down and I'm going to connect my chest with the legs. Press each fingertip into the mat and come forward. You're going to take a little float, taking the feet off the mat. Bring them in right together. And then bring the knees down. Breathe. Press up through the feet, lift the knees, and then come forward. And come down. Good, we'll take one more, push the mat away, bring the knees toward the chest, hold them there. And bring it down. Good, lift. Release the wrists, release the shoulders. Let's come down onto our backs. I'm going to bring my legs up and just give them a couple little kicks here. Kind of letting go of that work. Let's bring the right foot down to the mat. Left leg is going to reach. You can give that ankle a little turn. Good, now flex the foot, press that heel up to the ceiling, straightening the leg as much as you can. Good, leg comes down. Stretch the right leg up and give it some circles. Let's flex the foot, press that heel up to the ceiling. Good, bring it back down. Let's open the arms out to our sides like cactus, so palms face up, elbows are bent. And I'll just give the knees a little rock side to side. Pausing in the center. And just extend the legs out. We'll take the arms first out overhead, so just stretch them out onto the ground behind you. Stretch through the toes. Take a big breath. And as you exhale, bring the hands down by your sides. Let's let go into Shavasana. Let go of work, the work of this practice, and the work you might have on for the rest of your day. And just meet yourself here for some peaceful breath. Relax the back of your neck. Relax your jaw. Let's give ourselves a couple deep breaths here. Slowly inhaling as much air as we can. And when the body feels full, very slowly let it back out. Let the body begin to move, taking whatever movements or stretch feels good for you. And when you feel ready, making your way back up to seated. We'll take our easy pose, cross legs, and just give yourself some little circles there. Let go of any tension that might still be hanging around. And back the other way. And bring yourself forward into a fold. Let's give ourselves a few breaths just here. And making our way back up. We'll bring hands into the heart. And just give yourself gratitude for showing up for your practice and for that connection without judgment. Thank you so much for coming. Namaste. Thank you. Have a great day.